when guys DM me, like, can I give you money? I usually just troll them with this copy and paste message, which is, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? I regret all my decisions. And he turns around the corner and I say,
you're going to die.
Well,
Are you kidding me,
surveillance
Amy?
in the shop front.
I'm so glad you live to tell the story. Not many girls would go with that.
Hi, I'm Amy Lee and welcome to Cult Confessional, my locker room diary of a girl who's just trying to be hotter, richer, smarter, and the guys who just get in the way of that. So I'm joined today by my friend Celeste, and we actually met recently at a PR event because we're both content creators, and it was actually a PR event where we were making bread, but we were talking about the tea, like very quickly.
Our exes.
And I reckon, honestly, our chat was so short, but we somehow just vibed and clicked. And we had the TikTok Awards in Sydney the week after, and we were like, let's catch up. Like, it'll be amazing. It'll be really fun. And then that didn't happen for a variety of chaotic reasons. But I just said, you know what, babe, just come over and hang
I'm on your couch.
And here we are right now. So actually,
what happened at the TikTok Awards, though? Why didn't we catch up?
Well, we'll go into that in a sec. But let's go to the reason why we're actually starting this podcast.
Yeah, we should do that.
Celeste actually already posts a lot of incredible, really hilarious comedian content, and she has gone absolutely viral and does this full time now. That's how viral her content is. So she's very used to talking about like her dating and like F-boy stories and all of that, and you need to check it out. And this is very new to me. So I ran a 7-figure digital marketing agency for the last 8 years, and then I left recently, and I'm now a full-time content creator in my very wholesome, innocent, healthy recipe nutrition niche. So I'm in that space, and I genuinely have never shared anything about my personal life, my family life, my friends, nothing like that. So this is a first. I'm trying to be like you, Celeste.
Oh my God.
More open about it. You've inspired me.
Are you nervous?
Yes, like I actually have been shooting myself.
It's a lot. Not everyone can get vulnerable online, but...
No, and I'm questioning what I'm doing right now, but here
Let's go with it.
I haven't slept in weeks, but here we are.
We are.
So I was actually inspired by a close friend's story segment that I used to share called Fuckboys Exposed. And I would basically go on my close friend's story, piece to camera, and talk about the rogue shit that fuckboys used to do to, like, you know, trying to get me in their pants or try to get me to date them. And I would share screenshots of just the cooked things they'd say, all the stuff they'd do, and it would just pop off. It was popping off more than my actual public story, which is my wholesome nutrition content. This is all on my close friends. Like,
I wish I was on it.
It was years ago. If I'd known you,
damn. Just a new friendship.
But I actually had to axe this series because it went very wrong. So back in my business, I used to run a lot of PR events, and I actually was running a PR event for my own book launch. So I had a best-selling cookbook a few years ago. Another story.
What the heck? She does it all.
And in order to boost the PR of the book launch and the event, I invited a few... should I say D-grade? No, that's real. Reality TV stars who were hot at the time. And I also invited paparazzi to like feature these celebrities in order to get the PR boost that I needed, because, you know, I'm a nobody, like paparazzi aren't going to come for me. So I needed to invite the right people to get it photographed and covered. I invited one paparazzi that I'd invited to a few events before. I had a really good working relationship with him. And when I invited him to my healthy, wholesome brunch book launch, he was like super nice. And we actually had a phone call and connected even more, deepened our rapport further. And, you know, he was just great. Like, we had a great relationship, nothing seedy or creepy there. I invited another paparazzi there, and it was all fine. I invited him to my, I need to emphasize, wholesome, organic, healthy cookbook launch. Very innocent. Like, I had a Pilates class on a boat cruise and a big, like, organic, healthy spread. Honestly, wholesome, no alcohol, nothing like that. It was just innocent, okay? And he actually found me on Instagram later, and he sent me a DM that was like, "Oi, I feel like we vibed. How about we go grab a beer?" And I was like, Oh my God, I thought it was hilarious because I was like, beer drinking is like the last thing I do if I'm running a healthy organic cookbook launch.
Yeah.
And so I posted this screenshot on my close friend's story and it was like popping off. Everyone was like pissing themselves about like this rogue message that this paparazzi asked me for a beer. I don't even drink alcohol, by the way. And yeah, it was going off, and I actually put one of the reality TV stars in this close friends group because I actually started getting drunk off the fame of my close friend story because it was just going off so much. I ended up adding 100 people, and this is just, not a good idea. I ended up adding 100 people, like people I just met once that I like got along with in life but didn't know too well. That is when this girl screenshotted it and sent it to the paparazzi that I got along with. So not the rogue one, the one I like had a good friendship with. And he immediately called me and was like, Amy, what the fuck? Like, what is this? Are you bitching about me behind my back? I don't understand it. Because he was a bit older and probably didn't understand the context of this screenshot and was like, is she making up stuff about me after like, I'm doing her a favor and like promoting her launch? And I had to do so much damage control. And after that, I was like scarred for life and I had to axe fuckboys exposed until now.
Yeah, it happens. It sucks when they send you the content you make about them or they find out.
Yeah, exactly. So until now, it's making a resurgence. So back to us.
And we're here on the couch.
Yes, we are here. So we actually didn't get to catch up in Sydney. It was a very chaotic week for both of us in terms of media opportunities that we had to do. And I enjoyed the TikTok awards a lot, and I was actually supposed to go on a date with a guy that I was really looking forward to, but another story for another time, it got cancelled. And I was like, and I just had this breakup with my ex-boyfriend, also another long story that we'll go into later.
There's so many stories that are to come, so stay tuned.
Those doors closed and it led to this other door opening. So basically, I cannot believe I'm sharing this. Basically, if you're a girl on the internet, you would know this. Any girl would know that you receive a lot of offers from guys. You receive a lot of DMs, no matter who you are.
Yeah.
If you're just a woman innocently going about her life, trying to become hotter, richer, smarter on the internet, you will get men who, want to offer you.
The more you put out there, the more people are going to comment.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Absolutely. Men who want to offer you the world, money, anything, themselves.
I mean, money's nice when they offer it.
Yeah, of course. But it's like usually a scam, right?
Usually a scam, yeah. I've never received it.
I probably get this on a weekly basis. But basically, when they offer you money for like a date or more, whatever, which I would never do, just to make that clear, ever do that. I don't need to do that. I don't want to do that.
No, we're successful business ladies.
Yes, not that I judge other people for doing that.
No.
It's fine if you do whatever makes you happy. So when guys DM me, like, can I give you money to, like, go out with me or, like, whatever, I usually just troll them with this copy and paste message, which is, I charge $1,000 an hour just to talk, nothing else.
Oh, okay. But you do this to, like...
I do this to everyone. It's really funny
thinking they won't reply.
Yeah, or thinking that they'll like say something funny so I can put it on my close friend story and laugh about it.
Exactly. Okay,
I never
like it.
Not to be shared on the internet publicly, of course, until now.
This is good. Maybe I should do this.
Yes, you should. I actually highly recommend it. So yeah, I'd like say that I charge $1,000 an hour just to talk, and guys would usually be like, oh, can we do $100 or like,
discount. They want a discount,
babes, discount, like mates rates. Like no, we're not mates, honey. And so I usually just ignore them, post whatever they say and laugh about it with my friends. And on this occasion, a guy DM'd me and he noticed I was in Sydney because I was working with a hotel in Sydney and I was posting it on my story. So he watched it and he said something like, I'm in Sydney as well. I would love to meet you. Love to catch up. And he said something along the lines of like, what did he say? He said like, are you interested in like an arrangement, like a transactional type of arrangement. Like I knew what he meant by it. Anyway, I went to my copy and paste message and I was like, $1,000 to chat.
Yeah, amazing.
I just come back into my hotel, by the way, and I was really tired and just like disappointed about my cancelled date. And I was just like ready for an adventure.
Yeah.
And I felt like this was almost manifesting it. But he replied 30 seconds later and was like, okay.
You got to reply.
Got to reply instantly.
He's into the $1,000 for an hour.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So he said okay.
And what does his Instagram look like?
So nothing on there.
No
nothing,
photos, a name.
Nothing on there. It was something like higgledy-piggledy, like random name. I can't even remember it. It was so like
Okay.
not a real name, obviously. And so I was like, let me troll this guy. And I was like, yeah, cash. And he was like, okay. And I was like,
man's got cash to blow.
I was like, well, I'm at the Intercon, as you've probably seen. I don't even know what was going through my head. Like, this is potentially dangerous, right?
Absolutely.
And he was like, I'm actually at the Adena, so that's like 10 minutes away. And I knew the Adena well. They have a beautiful restaurant, like bar there called Dean and Nancy. It's really nice in Sydney. And I knew it was in close proximity, so I was familiar with it. And I was like, okay, but like I need the cash up front. And he was like, literally just like kept saying okay.
He's like, it doesn't matter,
like,
the
is
money.
He trolling me now? Like, I don't want to be trolled.
But were you nervous about what he would look like? Like, this is in person, not over the phone.
I was nervous about everything. I was nervous he had a freaking machete.
And your friends have your location? Like, what if we never saw you again?
Let me get to that point. So he was like, yeah, okay. And I was like, I want a deposit. I want 50% deposit first for me to get an Uber and like come see you. And he was like, I'm sorry, I'm actually not from here. I can't bank transfer you Australian dollars. But what I'll do is I'll withdraw $1,000 cash and we will meet at the front of my hotel and I will give you the cash straight away. And if you see me and you don't feel comfortable, just leave straight away. And
wait, who are you even looking for?
Am I getting trolled right now?
This is an adventure. You said before you wanted an adventure. You really got one.
I did, but I was getting what I asked for, I guess. What I manifested. Manifestation works. So yeah, he said this and I said, okay, order me an Uber from the Intercon to the Adena. And then he said, okay. And then it happened. Like, this all happened within 5 minutes.
I'd be sweating in that Uber.
I was sweating and I didn't even have time to explain because this Uber was so short. So I literally just sent my location quickly to my best friend. I didn't even explain, but she replied straight away and she was being like, oh my God, are you seeing a dude? And I was like, I don't have time to explain right now, but just like watch my location, okay? And so I get in the Uber and I'm like, yeah, I'm sweating. I'm like, oh, why am I doing this? I don't need to do this.
I'd want a photo. I would ask. I would do this, by the way. I just wasn't thinking. But I would say, send a quick pic to confirm what you look like.
But I just...
No, but I love the story because now we're having to know what does he look like.
What he looks like, but I'm like mentally preparing myself to see a fat, ugly,
bald
basement gremlin. But maybe so
just like maybe a dad or like old, very old.
Someone
that's what
highly
I'm picturing.
Unattractive. Because why else would you
white
be
man?
paying?
I don't know why. They're always old white men.
Realistically, but okay. So anyway, yeah, I'm in the Uber. I'm shitting myself, and I'm like about to pull up in front of the hotel, and I'm like, and I get out, and no one's waiting for me, but I message him and I say that I'm there, and he's like, do you mind going into the shop next door? It's like a little bit of a corner. I just don't want any of my colleagues to see me. And I say,
you're going to die.
Well,
are you kidding me, Amy?
In the shop front. There's surveillance in the shop front. So I'm like, okay, I'll go around the corner
it's
into
like a drug drop.
That shop front. And I'm like, I can't, like, there's like a wall. So I can't see where he comes from the hotel. But I'm just like against the shop front, like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? I regret all my decisions.
We should have done a disclaimer. Don't do this at home.
Yeah, don't.
Amy's done it for you, so you don't have to.
Yeah, I risked it for you. So I'm there shitting myself. And I absolutely shit you not. He turns around the corner and it's not some cave gremlin. It's literally like one of the hottest men I've ever laid my eyes on. And I'm
this
like,
would only happen to you.
Is this, I think
he's hot. What does he look like?
He is tall. He's tanned. He not more tan than me, but like a nice color, like just a little bit of color, like blue eyes. I'm a massive sucker for blue eyes. Like they're just beautiful. He's obviously European, like tall, like slightly muscular, like not too much, like not like athlete level, like it was like corporate businessman level. And he was like still in a white shirt from work and his meetings and everything. So obviously he was like, had a good job. And
this is the best case scenario.
I know.
He's gorgeous.
And he's like, I know, what the hell? And he's like, how are you, Amy? And he has an accent.
What are we thinking? Like French?
Should I say what it is? So he has a Dutch accent.
Gorgeous.
And I'm like, that explains why, because it's a very attractive country. And I don't know anyone from there. So yeah, and I'm like, how are you? Nice to meet you.
She got $1,000 to talk to a beautiful Dutch man.
We awkwardly hug and he passes me an envelope of cash and I don't even count it. I just look in there, I can see there's $1,000 in there and I'm like, okay, this is happening. And so I'm like, how's your night? And we make
Wait, are we still in the alleyway?
We're
or
still in that alleyway in front of that shop, that shop. It's not an alleyway. I'm not that bad.
No,
okay?
no,
I'm
it's
not
fine.
that dumb.
No, I'm making it sound more dramatic. No. It's a shop.
It was the shop front that we were at next to the hotel. We make this small talk and it's all fine. And you know what? I feel comfortable. Like, I feel fine about it. So he was like, do you mind if we continue this hour conversation? Because he paid for an hour.
Yeah.
Mind if we continue this hour-long conversation into my hotel? And I said, I think that's fine. And so, yeah, we went into his hotel room and I'm like, so, sorry, why does a man like you need to pay a girl to talk to you?
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm fairly certain girls would have sex with you for free.
Absolutely.
Like 100%.
Go get a drink alone in a bar and someone will approach you.
Just stand there, just breathe.
Just breathe.
Just live.
Exactly.
You will probably pick up with, you don't need to do this monetary exchange. And he was like, well, to tell you the truth, and I should have told you this before you came.
He's married. Sorry.
Why are you ruining it for everyone? Why are you ruining it for everyone? But yes.
I love to guess.
Yes, of course. He's married.
No.
I know. Devastating. Of course it is. Like, it's like the 10th married person. I can't even tell you how frustrating this is. Like, obviously something about
me just gravitate towards
you. Something about me or my appearance screams like homewrecker. Something about my healthy nutrition blog screams homewrecker.
Cute recipes.
Cute recipes. She's a hoe. Like, literally.
No, this is innocent though. This story is innocent.
Surprisingly. Well, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, who knows?
So, yeah, he's like, I'm actually married. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's not ideal. So what's the deal with this? And he was like, well, I am actually really happy in my marriage. I have a daughter that I love. I really love my wife. We have sex. We have a great sex life.
Mm-hmm.
I am just wanting to explore. And I'm like, fair enough. Heard this story before. Are you allowed to explore? Like, have you openly discussed this with your wife? You're in an open relationship, I assume. And he's like, no, it's an unspoken arrangement. And I'm like, oh, like red flag. I should probably leave. But I don't know, curiosity got the better of me. And honestly, he was just nice to look at. I was like, I feel like I should give you this $1,000 back.
No, you take the money, girl. You deserve the money.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I should be paying you to talk to you. Anyways, so I was just like, but how can you do this? Like, do you feel guilty doing it? And I'm like, I feel like she does. He was like, I feel like she does it as well. And I'm like,
maybe
okay.
He travels a lot.
Yeah. He said he travels a lot for work, which I won't say what he does or any other details like that, but he's a very successful individual. We talk about his work. We talk about his family back home. And yeah, we just talked about everything, and we were just having this D&M on the couch like you and I, and it actually felt really nice, to be honest. And he was just so like, he was honestly really kind. He asked me a lot of questions back. And I feel like when I go on first dates with guys, a lot of the time they actually don't ask you questions.
Oh my gosh,
Do you find that too?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's so annoying, and it actually makes for really awkward social dynamics because you're like racking your brains trying to think of what to say next.
And also, we have very interesting careers. Like, we're quite interesting women. We're not boring.
I hope so.
Ask me one question, please.
I hope so. My healthy organic life. Come on, it's super interesting, guys. So we're having this beautiful conversation, and we're like connecting, and he's asking me he's genuinely curious about me and like wanting to get to know me. And I'm like, so what do you actually hope to get out of this? Because you did say like transactional arrangement. And he's like, well, you know, ideally, like I do take you on a date in a hotel room and see where it goes. Like, no pressure, but like
it always has to be in a hotel room.
Yes, well, of course, because like he doesn't
private,
want. He's very private, as you would be.
As you have to be.
Essentially cheating on your wife, right? Because it's an unspoken arrangement.
Right.
And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, is that what you want?
Look, I think absolutely not. But I'm not going to lie, like I'm super attracted to this guy and I'm like feeling fragile post breakup and post like getting rejected from another date. So I'm just like, I don't know about this. And like, we've had a really nice conversation. I've actually given you an hour and 40 minutes. So I gave you 40 minutes for free. That's how good you are. And honestly, I'm starting to get like a bit turned on. So I should probably go back to my hotel because I don't want to, like, I I need to make this clear. I am not a prostitute. Like, I will not have sex for money, because genuinely, if I did, I don't want to sound arrogant, I'd probably be a multi-billionaire. So
these are the facts.
I'm just joking.
Make a lot of money.
So I was like, I just need to go right now, like out of sight, out of mind. And he's like, I understand. Well, let's just stay in contact anyway, because I've genuinely just had a nice friendly chat with you. Like, I actually do feel like I connect with you, and I'm not just saying that. And I do this with girls, you know, like about 3 times a year, and for a few years now. So, you know, it's not many a year, but over the years it's accumulated. And he was like, I genuinely feel like I have the best connection with you. So let's just keep in touch. I go back home tomorrow morning, so just WhatsApp me. And I'm like, okay. This was 2 weeks ago now. The TikTok Awards were 2 weeks ago. So
have you been speaking?
Yes. And this is an ongoing story to be continued in the next episode.
She's not going to give us anything else.
No.
Maybe episode 2.
But the thing that I want to say from this is that when doors close, so I actually recently found out that my ex-boyfriend actually found out last night. And so I'm feeling a bit fragile.
Last night?
Yeah. I've had to like redo my makeup for this like 4 times. But I found out last night that he was actually messaging another girl while we were in a relationship. So
I'm sorry. Honestly, finding that stuff out can ruin you, because we connected talking about our exes and how we had theories that they cheated. But the fact that you found out is a lot harder as well, because you have facts about like.
Yeah, like we broke up on good terms, but don't get me wrong, like it was still really hard to break up. So I'd broken up with him. I was supposed to go out with this other guy, and then it was like all a bit flaky and cancelled. Again, this is another story, but look, I was just feeling very like crap about myself. Yeah, I feel like so those doors were closed, and that's why maybe this one opened. I don't know why, but look, I think this is definitely something that does not happen ever, and it's just crazy that it's happened. So yeah, I'm glad it's happened. Kind of made a new friend. I don't know, like I said, TBC.
But do you have any tips for people watching that are going through heartbreak? Like, how are you dealing with all of this?
I just think that, like, if you know deep down in your gut, maybe you can't explain it, but if you know in your gut feeling that something's not right, listen to it. Don't ignore it. Absolutely. That's what I did, and that's why I feel like now other doors are opening. So I am really excited, you know, for 2026 and other things to happen. But yeah, that being said, like, I think that's why you started your incredible content creation comedian show, because a door closed for you and this one opened because now you live off your phone. Like, you make a living, an incredible living off your phone.
It's actually crazy. I do believe you've mentioned it multiple times, and you being vulnerable right now is beautiful to create a space for us to even connect. Because when we first met making bread, we immediately connected about our exes and just about men and the journeys that we've had, and those stories will unfold throughout this Cult Confessions. But I had doors closed. My very first love, I would say that I thought I loved him, but I probably didn't. It was only a year-long relationship. But I've actually never shared this with my community, but he ended up cheating on me with a man. And so that changed my whole... I was like, I actually was in church and was waiting till marriage to have sex. So the story just unfolds, and it was obviously he was battling maybe his feelings towards, you know, the opposite sex and didn't feel like he could tell me. But that kind of ruined me for a long time and stopped me from trusting men. But I'm here now, and that door closed, other ones opened, and the doors that opened were ones to my career, ones that I could start emceeing, amazing opportunities, modeling for amazing brands. Like, I think if you're honest with your vulnerability and you share it with your community, like, I didn't realize how much exposure that could give my platform, because I obviously don't care about sharing about my dating stories, because I feel like we're in our 20s, or I'm in my 20s. How old are you?
So I'm 32 now.
Okay, I'm in my 20s. I'm sharing about my dating life in Melbourne and in Sydney. And yeah, I just think it's hard and it's difficult for what we do go through. But I think sharing it with a community like you guys makes it better.
Well, I think another reason we really connect besides fuckboys is actually because we both had, quite mundane jobs. I did run my own business, but however, we both had these jobs that we were having that weren't our true passion, and we were trying to have this side hustle on our phone, like post about our passions on there. And now we're both doing it full time. And
yeah, I was a teacher having little like kids yell at me, and I was like, I'm too pretty for this.
Literally,
I genuinely was like, I hate this, and I feel like I'm getting bullied by these teenagers. And now you're right, we can work off our phones, which has its like peaks and then can have its low moments too. Like,
absolutely.
if you do get cheated on and then you're surrounded by love and people so happy, and I don't know if you've had this thought, but I've always been thinking, what's wrong with me? Why do I keep meeting men that just treat me like crap? And I don't know if you can relate, but this is what brought us together, and I'm so thankful for our friendship to be able to sit here and just be honest, but also like, yeah, I don't know, we're also having fun with it too, as we've just shared. Like this, I just went on a date where the man made me lasagna on the first date, and it was great. It was such a good date. And I wanted to get online and tell people about the good dates, because I know something in your brain goes off when we share about negative things, but there are good men out there. Like as much as this man, met you, you got money out of it, but you also got a good friendship out of it. That story could have gone the opposite direction. I was scared that it was going to lead to something scarier, but thank God.
I was scared I was going to end up on like true crime or another crime podcast.
Absolutely. I would have never seen you again.
Instead of going on roller coasters, I like to go on random dates for thrills instead. I don't recommend it.
But that is a roller coaster. Far out. It's a theme park out there, especially in Melbourne.
I'm glad that we live to tell the tale.
I'm so glad you live to tell the tale. Not many girls would go through that.
No. So, on that note, there are a lot more things that I think we both want to say on our journeys to becoming hotter, richer, smarter. And we got to just laugh at the guys who try to get in the way, because if you don't laugh, you're going to cry. And like I was about to cry just then, and I'm glad I managed to hold it together and just
You
laugh.
can cry with us though, if that's what comes throughout this series. We're here for it. I cry all the time.
Thank you for that reassurance. So let us know if you want to see more in the comments below, and I will leave our handles in the caption for you to check us out.
Was that good? How do you feel?
So, better.
First one's
better.
always going to feel a bit
I was like going to start crying.
I think you handled yourself so well just then.
Oh my God, it was
I
like
would
the
have
pressure.
let loose.
It was like the pressure of being on the camera, I think, stopped me from like,
Oh, really?
yeah.
But it was beautiful, light, like funny moments, and also really serious ones that you're obviously going through what you're going through.
Yeah.
And you're so vulnerable and honest. I think it's really good. If something can come out, like if you can help other girls as well through your pain.
I wanted to cry. I felt like
Cry, girl. This is messed up what you went through. No one should have to ever go through that.
Oh God. This is like
Last night too. I'm surprised you didn't cancel.
Oh my God, no. When I was like crying, I wasn't doing my makeup this morning, and I just like kept crying. I was like, oh my God, I need to do it again. And then I was crying again. And I was like, oh my God, I need to do it again. Like that tissue I just showed you that had like half my makeup on it. Because it's like, yeah, I've like never been cheated on in my life. And even though, yes, he was talking to his ex-girlfriend and nothing happened, or so he says, it just feels
That's
like.
That's also messed up as it is. Why does he even need to be?
It is, because
if he has you, he doesn't need her.
That's what I thought.
That's how it should be. He's just obviously messed up. He can't have everything.
No. Anyway, thanks for listening.
What did he say on the phone?
Oh my God, it's yes, cut.
Oh, he was still rolling. You're gonna use that?